up, y'all? We're here talking about the new fucking Subrome album, Sublime with Rome.
Why?
Blessings. Because it has to be talked about.
The only blessing about this album is that it's so fucking short.
Yeah, it's only a little over 30 minutes.
33 minutes and 33 seconds.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
That's what Wikipedia says.
Wow. Okay. People were gonna say, you need to not compare it to Sublime. It's different.
It is different.
You gotta judge it on its own merits. So if you judge it on its own fucking merits, if you forget about the name,
It's terrible.
it is to me incredibly just average fucking bro dub, fucking white boy reggae album. They're not reinventing the wheel. Every fucking song goes for that chirp, 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 chirp. Every song. None of the songs get any faster than that. If you judge it on its own fucking merits, Rome is not an awful singer. He's not a very good singer. We were just talking about a minute ago. We were taking a break from the album. We were just talking about a minute ago. Zach was like, "What does it sound like when Rome sings original Sublime songs?" We looked it up. Find Santeria. He's not awful, and sadly,
It sounds like karaoke.
but sadly, he's got more emotion singing Santeria than he does on his own shit. I'm like, damn.
Because he doesn't. What does he sing about? Like I just get so bored. It just sounds like words.
Yeah,
It just sounds like he's putting words together.
There's words. Like your wicked heart. But I mean, this album is just not good. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not on its own merits now. Cause I'm about to be bashing the fuck out of it. So I'm getting this out of the way for all the people who judge it by its own merits. On its own fucking merits, every song sounds the same.
Boring.
Yeah, even the short ones, that 2-minute and 16-second track,
That featured artist track, that was
Thank You.
boring.
Like the shortest track on the album, Thank You, feels long as fuck.
Yeah.
And yeah, the one with who the fuck is Eddie Zuko? I can't find any info on Eddie Zuko. At least the last album had Dirty Heads on
Wasn't
there.
Wiz Khalifa on one?
Yeah, Wiz Khalifa's on the first album. And we're about to be getting to all that shit. We're about to be getting to you can't talk about this without talking about Sublime and without talking about Long Beach Dub and Long Beach Short Bus. Motherfucking, on its own merits, this album is a 4. Because I like this music. I don't mind the music on here. But it's very average. Very average for that kind of music. I love dub music. I love bro dub music. You know, I like that fucking beachy ass feel. I like the chirp, 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 chirp.
There's not enough horns.
Yeah, there's some horns on there, and they do cool things. The horns do cool things when they manipulate the sound, and it's like dubby things, and it's cool. But I've heard this shit a million times on other fucking albums like this, on Lee Perry albums, man, fucking on old Sublime albums, on fucking fuck, man. And you know, a buddy of mine at work, Phil, he's a major fucking punk kid and ska kid, and when we talk about ska, when I mention ska, he'll be like, okay, like, do you mean like Less Than Jake ska? And I'm like, no, not like Less Than Jake ska, not Mighty Boss Tone ska, not Real Big Fish ska, this kind of ska, where it's more beachy, more reggae, more dubby, more islandy, when I say ska for Sublime, it's more on those instances as opposed to what, like No Doubt was kind of a in between a little bit, because they had some very islandy shit, but it started to move a little more toward the kind of stuff. But yeah, a 4 on its own fucking merits. On its own merits, it's a 4, average as fuck. I dig the beachy music, but I've heard this done many times before and better. Now, on its own merits, what do you think? Before we get into the straight up bitching and fucking rants.
On its own merits?
On its own merits. Like, just call this Rome. Just call it Rome. No Sublime. One. Alright, what do you have to say about any of this? If it did not have the Sublime name on it.
Even if it wasn't Sublime, it still sucks. The songs are boring as fuck. Yeah, they're short, but there's nothing interesting going on in the songs.
Keep talking, I'm gonna refill
It's
my
the
damn tea.
same. Every song has the same structure, the same sound. There's nothing new. Like you said, it doesn't. It's the same tempo from beginning to end. It's so boring.
It is.
I don't really have anything else to say other than it was boring. If you take away the Sublime name, it's nothing I would ever listen to.
Yeah, there's nothing much you can say about it until you start drawing comparisons and ranting and bitching.
Now, as a Sublime album, it's still a 1. It's fucking terrible. This album is fucking terrible.
For something with the Sublime name on it. Garbage. Fucking garbage.
It's disrespectful. It doesn't deserve to be Sublime. Just let the man rest. Like, come on. This is just terrible.
Fucking. I got this last week. I went ahead and I listened to Sirens again.
I hated that too.
And I know I was drunk as all fuck when we did that review. And I don't remember what I said. I just know I bitched about it. So I listened to it again because I'm like, it's been 4 years. I like to reevaluate shit. And I like the album a little bit better than I did then. Not by much.
A little bit than you remember.
But it's still the same. It's very average, beachy, white boy bro dub shit. It's not too different from this.
I just remember not liking it.
But when you go back and I listen to the first one, Yours Truly, and I actually enjoy that one. I genuinely enjoy that one. And to me, when it came out, I'm like, this is a decent little tribute to Sublime.
That's where it should have ended.
That's where it should have ended, man. They should have done it as a one-off.
Even the drummer said it. He left.
Bud Gall fucking left after that album saying it just doesn't feel right. Yes, man, it doesn't.
Because it's not right.
Keep your people. Just change the name, man. Because at this point, by the time they do album 2, you're working off of that brand name. You're only selling records to people who are dumb like me, who's gonna keep buying it. I'm gonna buy the next one because I gotta know how awful can it get.
Can it get any worse than this?
I mean, fuck.
So formulaic where every song is the exact same fucking thing.
Isn't it sad, man?
Like his delivery on every track.
The same.
It's all this fucking same.
Just no variety. Sublime was amazing.
Like, he didn't need to have featured artists on his songs because the motherfucker could rap too.
I mean, for real. I mean, he had, Gwen Stefani was on one of their songs. He's on one of No Doubt's songs. Like, for a small period of time in the 90s, all these bands were like cool and connected. But, so, man, Brad Nolan, the original fucking Sublime, Bud Gall, and Eric Wilson, these dudes. And the thing is, Eric Wilson doesn't suck on here. Eric Wilson's always good. whoever Carlos, whatever, I can't remember the dude's last name. The new drummer
Voodoo or some shit.
is okay. And Rome is a
There's no heart to this.
barely decent
There's
guitarist at best.
There's no soul in this album.
Not at all. There's no nothing.
It's the most shallow, hollow fucking piece of music I've heard all damn year.
The original Sublime, man, there was so much variety. You'd get a punk song, a dub song, a hip hoppy song, so much variety, and the different kind of vocal deliveries that Brad Knoll can throw down and could sing, and
He made every song unique.
yeah, each song was unique and different and fun. Like even the weakest songs were good. We're like, okay, you still did some cool things on it. It's not like my favorite song in the world, but every fucking song sounds the same. The last
You'll
one
never have
sounds the
anything
same.
like Summertime, Garden Grove.
For real, man. Waiting for my Ruka, smoke 2 joints.
Yeah, there's this guy doesn't even does he sing about smoking?
Yeah, he sings about weed like on a song or two on each album.
God, finding out that he's 31 just blows my fucking mind.
I mean,
Like,
it's just
really.
at this point. This is like, you remember Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg, the super fan
yeah, I
who gets to
remember.
be the new Judas Priest singer.
Oh, it was a Judas Priest
But
band?
it was still Dragon in the movie, but it was like loosely based on Judas Priest.
When did Rob Halford leave?
I have no idea, but yeah,
I mean, because they're still together.
yeah.
Fuck, they just put out a new record.
That apparently everybody liked. But this is garbage. The original Sublime, so much variety. This, no variety. What trips me out is the fact that on the first Sublime with Rome, there's a couple of punk tracks that ease the monotony, that make you say, all right, man, there's some cool rockin' punky tracks. The other two, this one or Sirens, don't have any of that. And it's not disappointing at this time because I expected it. I had no expectations going into this, and I never will another time. When they did Long Beach Dub All-Stars and Long Beach Short Bus, that shit was great.
I never listened to it.
That shit was great.
I can't believe you're giving it
A 4 on its own merits because I
That's-
like the music.
a 4.
But since it's so average and boring, it's a fucking 4. But as Sublime with Rome. So I was saying that for all the people that are like, oh, you can't compare it, you gotta judge it based off of the music. Based off of the music alone, 4. The album itself, the real fucking, it's a -1. It's a fucking 0. It's a fucking 0, man.
See, I didn't know we did -1s.
Well,
Minus
at this
zeros.
point I am, man.
Okay.
Because this is some bullshit. This is some garbage ass shit.
It's the worst.
This is,
I'm never going back to this.
it's the
album.
worst one they've done.
I'm glad. Like I said, the only blessing about it is it's very short.
Yeah.
It's just why. The only I don't know if the dude has such a big head that he's Sublime now. Like I don't know how.
Yeah,
He's
like,
cocky or something.
what's happening
And
here?
he just feels like he needs to keep making this fucking bullshit. It's just terrible.
Because without the Sublime name, it would just be an average ass.
But then again,
dub
there's
fucking
probably
band.
some people that do enjoy this.
There are. They got a big following. They do. They got their own big ass little following. People, oh yeah, I love Sublime Room. But
Okay.
there are people like us who are like, this
It's
is
not my
garbage,
thing.
man. This is just
Not
not
my
good.
thing.
If it was called something else, it would just be some.
Be some old bullshit.
It would just be
Boring as hell.
boring ass, average, fucking white boy dub shit, which I would probably not be buying. Unless, well, I mean, now the thing is too, I probably would be buying it because of Eric Wilson, you know, but by putting Sublime's name on it, there's a level of,
Disrespect.
Well, not that, but there's a level of there's a bar that Sublime set that by putting that name on here, even if you tack with Rome at the end, Sublime is still the bigger fucking letters.
It's
like
the product.
The
It's
bigger
the name.
fucking letters.
Yeah.
And
it's still the same logo.
yeah, so by doing that, you're saying, oh, we're still Sublime.
You notice how they don't have Sublime with Rome t-shirts?
we're with Rome now, but we're still Sublime. And you're
And
nowhere
you lose
near.
the drummer too.
You're nowhere near that original bar.
Here's the bar.
Yeah, the bar's way up here. Yeah, you guys.
Here's Rome.
You guys are below the ground with this
Below
shit.
sea level.
Like, sadly, the first album, not touching the bar, but decent enough to be like, man, cool tribute, man. This is pretty good stuff, man. It makes you have a good conversation about the original Sublime.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it just pisses you off because now at this point you're like, the fuck's going on here, guys? The fuck is going on here?
Still doing this?
Yeah, why are we at the third Subrome album now? Why is this happening? Yeah, first album, almost 8 years ago maybe?
The only thing good about the second one was the cover.
Cover was
And this
really
one
good.
has a shitty cover.
I like
And
the artwork.
They didn't even produce CDs. They do on demand, so it's a burned copy.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's just...
It's weird. It is a authorized, I mean, it's a CD, but it is all produced on a CDR. Weird. But, I mean, the CD's got artwork, it's got liner notes, everything. But it's a real cheaply made CD. Just like if we were to be going to making our CDs, that's what this would be like. You know, just like when Green Jello sent me their Frito feet.
Yeah.
You know, that's on.
Is there just one song on there?
Yeah. That's on a burned disc. Hugh Green, our buddies from Mysterious Boom podcast. He got his mass produced all on CDRs.
It's got artwork, you know.
Does it?
Yeah.
Where?
On the CD.
Oh yeah, on the CD, yeah.
I mean, it's the same as the cover here, but, you know, at least they went that extra mile.
Exactly, you know? But see, I don't know, did Hugh Green do that? It's a buddy of ours, made his CDs mass produced.
No, he
yeah.
fucking signed it? Sweet.
My buddy Hugh. On a burn CD. The
It's
artwork
like the
and shit.
Wolf and Tuba.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Nothing wrong with that.
But if you're a band that...
Your last album had Best Buy exclusives.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
And now your album's not even carried in stores.
Like, really?
Unless it's the record.
But
I'm not janking records.
not a good album. Not a fun album. Not a memorable album. Just complete,
And utter bullshit.
yeah,
Just call it some old bullshit.
just Subrome. It's what it is now.
Sublime with bullshit.
Yeah, Sublime with bullshit. Just not good.
Tell us what you think in the
yeah,
comments.
what did you guys think? Do we have
like
any people that
Sublime?
love this?
Do you like Sublime with Rome? Are they like terrible now?
Yeah, I guess it's because I'm 33 years old and I grew up with Sublime.
So did this guy!
Yeah, right, this dude is our fucking age.
God.
This dude is our fucking age.
What the fuck
He's
is his
living the
problem?
dream, man.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's living the dream. This motherfucker grew
He's
up.
ruining the legacy. Like, you know when people say, you ruined my childhood? Well, he's ruining his own.
Isn't that fucking true? He's ruining his own. Maybe he's doing it on purpose. Maybe this is his big sinister plan.
Maybe that's his millennial, ironically doing it on purpose, destroying the legacy of Sublime.
And then he was a super ass Sublime fan. And Eric Wilson said, "Oh shit, you know all our songs. Let's do it." And he's like, "All right, well I'm gonna make it all suck because I don't want to be better than the stuff I like." Maybe it's on purpose. Maybe it's some sort of weird conspiracy.
I would give him some credit then. Like, you're totally making it worse.
He's holding it back. Maybe he's an impeccable musician and singer, and he's holding it back just because he don't want to be better than his idols.
Oh, he's living the dream, though.
Fuck. But yeah, I forgot to mention, I wanted to say something about this in the review, but I totally forgot. I'm going to tack this in here somewhere. But Brad Knoll's son, Jacob Knoll, has a band called La, and it is the perfect Sublime kind of band today. We just checked out a couple other songs. I checked out some the other day. My buddy Ryan Zalewski sent them to me. And holy shit, this motherfucker encompasses his dad so fucking much. But at the same time, he's his own guy.
Yeah.
His band does that Sublime-y kind of ska with the punk and the reggae and the dub. They do it good. It brings me back to the 90s when I hear that stuff.
His vocal delivery was amazing.
His vocal delivery
oh my God,
is up there with his dad, with the kind of the sort of shakiness,
the highs, the lows, the growls.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. I highly recommend checking out Law. It's what should be getting attention than Sublime with Rome. Fuck. Fire Rome and get these guys, you know?
Get his son and get the drummer back, and you got the perfect Sublime.
I mean, wouldn't that be amazing? You know, you're singing in your dad's fucking band. They even do covers of Sublime songs. We checked out Eben, and the dude rocks Eben. The dude fucking rocks Eben. Where?
Well, how old is this guy now? Like 25?
Probably early 20s, because he was born like right
right
before old dude died.
Like right before he overdosed.
Yeah. So 96, man. So this kid's about 10 years younger than me. So about 23 probably.
Wow.
But yeah, this motherfucker is great. This band is great. They need more attention. And I was trying to find their album, but they did it on Pledge Music. Pledge Music is garbage. After the whole fiasco with the Crystal Method album last year, I was like, I'm never gonna fucking do Pledge Music again. But about a month or two ago, they went bankrupt. They owe their artists a shit ton of money, and it's not very good. So I don't know what. You can download the album from their Bandcamp and all that, but I want a physical copy, man. I want a physical copy. Hell, I'd rather have that on a manufactured on-demand disc from Amazon than that Subrome album. But fucking A, really good shit. Like when we heard that, we mentioned that Rome wasn't all that bad doing Santeria.
No,
but when you listen to him, he sounds like he's really pushing. I guarantee you, motherfucking Brad's son will kill that shit. And given on how he kills Evan.
I'm just kind of more pissed off that he's not in the band. Maybe there's...
And maybe it's a good thing that he's not...
Maybe the family is sour on the surviving members of Sublime, because the way they just kind of said, well, we'll still do it, we'll just put a name at the end of it.
Yeah, could be.
It's nothing like Sublime.
Oh, it definitely could be. Because, yeah, maybe the family members are sour, but to me, maybe Brad Knoll's son, Jake Knoll, doesn't need... I mean, based off of what we've heard, he doesn't need Eric
How long
Wilson.
have they been around?
Just a couple of years. But he doesn't need those guys, because his band plays that stuff, to me, even better than the Sublime with Rome.
Yeah. It's more interesting.
There's more energy.
It's more of what Sublime really was.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, it's more Sublime than the first Sublime with Rome.
Definitely true. Definitely true. So, I mean, it's cool that
there is
a piece of the Sublime DNA is doing the right thing.
Yeah.
While another piece of the
other guys have kids?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sure. But yeah, check out Law. And I guess I'm just going to replace the original ending here. There's, the Sublime with Rome sucks. Don't buy it. What do you guys think?
It's a 1.
It's a fucking 1. It's a 0. It's fucking shit. So we'll see you guys.
Fire.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next with the new Black Keys album.